Okay, I think I'm live. I hate going live on my phone. I'm sure you guys will pop up. I am making apple butter. I have a video coming up probably next week about apple sauce and apple butter. And so I've been making that for you today. That is what I've been doing for the past couple weeks. And I thought, while I was doing this, I might as well kill two birds with one stone and do a video. Not about making applesauce or apple butter, but about Homestead YouTube etiquette. Because it's really important. For those of you joining, I'm making apple butter, so forgive the noise. So I've actually seen this video on a lot of people's channels, like how to be nice on YouTube, or what to say and what not to say and stuff like that. And I never really quite understood why people did it, but I understand now. So there's truth in the fact that when you put yourself out there, you open yourself up for a lot of scrutiny and criticism. For example, earlier this week, someone commented on one of my canning videos, and they said there was a huge, it was about tomatoes is what it was. There's a huge core in the pot, and it's going to ruin her cans. And, well, what she didn't know is that I actually got the core out. I just didn't show it on video. But I applaud her for wanting to educate others about that, because it's true. It could mess up the seal on your cans. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I am talking about other homesteaders on YouTube. Sometimes, y'all, we can just be hateful things. Hateful. I was over here minding my own business today, and one of my bestest friends, who also has a YouTube channel, she messaged me, and she's like, you know, I'm not looking too much into this, or is this just straight up obvious that someone disagrees with someone else and they've decided to make a video? And it was straight up obvious that this is what had happened. I'm not saying who. Some of y'all can guess. You'll be wrong. You'll be right. Because I can probably think of like 15 different people. That's exaggerating. I probably watch about 30 different YouTube channels, and maybe 5 of them I've seen do this kind of back and forth. They like bicker back and forth, you know. I'm over here making applesauce. I don't got time to do that, y'all. So I wanted to kind of, in my intro video, I talk about this, actually. I say, if you're going to come here and you're going to be on my channel and watch, I am not going to, this isn't a channel promoting what I hate or what I don't like, or if I disagree with you, I'm not going to make a video about it. I'm going to make a video about doing the stuff that I love to do, like making applesauce, if you can see. Yes, that's what I'm doing. And homesteading. My channel isn't about me as a person. Completely. I mean, it is, some of it is. But it's not, I'm not here for like self-promotion, and I don't think more highly of myself than I actually am. And therefore, because we went into this YouTube thing saying that, you know, this was an educational channel and something that we really wanted to create in order to help other people, I'm not going to devote my time to making videos about me disagreeing with other people. See what I mean? It's about what we do here, why we do it, how we do it, and mistakes, successes, failures, all of that. Okay? Here's the other side of that. We want to build community here. So here's how proper YouTube etiquette is. And listen, you're going to see junk on my table back here. On this side, you have, where am I? Cans, okay? Hello, T. Teresa Floor. Yeah, I got to get close to my phone. So hello, welcome. You're the first one to comment. Probably talking to myself over here. But it's a good thing to have on our channel because I feel like when you have a YouTube channel, a lot of people, other YouTube channel people, might need to know what you're about. And so I'm going to tell you guys all of that. But here's proper YouTube etiquette. Actually, this is just proper human etiquette, guys. This is stuff we learn in elementary school. Okay, if you disagree with somebody on YouTube, it's like with this whole political thing. That's why we don't get into politics a lot over here. If you disagree with somebody on YouTube, give it a couple weeks before you make a video about why you don't do something that they do. That's number one proper YouTube etiquette. Because homesteading is so close-knit community online that I guarantee you 5 of my friends have already caught on to what I'm talking about. And it's not, you know, if I wanted to rip somebody a new one, I'd call the person out. But that's not what I'm about. But I want to kind of let you guys know that it does happen. Okay? So if you're, I know a lot of you are starting to get into YouTube, and so that's another reason. Karina, hey, you share a name with my sister. My sister's name is Karina. She said, I'm listening, girl. Keep going. This is important to me. Girl, it's important to me too. You have no idea. So that's the first thing. If you disagree with someone on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, don't be so freaking obvious about it and post right after they post. That's called passive-aggressive behavior. That's what that's called. Okay? Secondly, this is for my fellow Christian friends out there. And it's going to hit you hard because it's an election year. I got your card, people. I know it's hard for me too. But secondly, if you call yourself a Christian, please don't sit there and rip someone a new one because you disagree with them and then back it up with your Christianity. No, don't do that. That's not Christianity. Annette said, I'm listening while I'm making homemade vinegar and apple butter. See, we got to multitask. We don't have all this time to sit down and, and just talk. That's what our coffee breaks are for on Thursday mornings, okay? Join Cherish and I on that. Hope's Homestead. So, we've gone over 2 things. What is your name? Pedsobpsych said, great info. I agree with this. Yesterday, someone corrected the person on their backing up. Really? Yeah. Go, girl. You got it. Okay, so y'all are getting this. And for those of you who don't know, live, there's comments that pop up on my screen, so I'm reading them as you guys are live chatting. So we've gone over not to post as soon as somebody else posts. Give it a week. Listen, I get it. I get disagreeing with people. I disagree with people all the time, but I'm not obvious about it. Okay. The second one was, what was the second? Oh, using God as your crutch. That was the second one. Lots of people like to do that. I'm a Christian. Don't do that. Okay. Don't use God as your crutch in this whole thing. Don't be a jerk for Jesus. I refuse to be a jerk for Jesus. I can be outspoken and I can be opinionated, but I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Because here's the reality. The reality is that, haha, it's pediatric OB and psych from college. Oh, okay, so that explains the name. Gotcha. So the reality is that I disagree with a lot of things that I see in the world, not just on YouTube and Facebook and all that. I just disagree with a lot of things, but you know what? I have a heart for people. I love people. You know what? I've messed up. I've done it before. I was in a relationship, a friendship with someone on here sometime last year, I guess. All the person did was talk about people behind their backs. And it made me realize I just don't want to be into a relationship like that. But I still allowed myself to be consumed by it. And I think that's how we get into these issues. Green Gables Homestead said Christ wouldn't approve of being a jerk. You're right, Green Gables Homestead, you're right. So when you see those people saying, well, I disagree with you, and this is why I disagree with you, and it's okay because I'm a Christian, run away. Run away from it, okay? Because that's just, they're using Christ as their platform to be a jerk. Don't be that. Don't be that person. Okay, so I'm multitasking, so give me a second here. So your next thing with YouTube etiquette is don't go or send your minions, one or the other, over to choose somebody out on their homestead video, okay? Because that's just not nice, y'all. It's just not nice. What's the point of that? Again, you can disagree with somebody without being a jerk about it. Again, we're going to go back to the whole thing of, well, if you put yourself out there, you got to have a tough skin because this stuff happens. It does happen. But maybe y'all's mamas didn't teach you the same thing that my mom and my grandma taught me. But it was to treat others the way that you want to be treated. That includes YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and daily life. It includes daily life. I'm adding sugar to my applesauce. I want you to ask this question. This is not going to be a very long video because I feel like I read a quote today that said, once you make your point, stop talking. I think I'm going to make my point. My point, and let me say this really quickly, is applesauce is awesome. That's not my point. My point was, now I forgot my point because y'all's comments are popping up too late. My point is, if you have an issue with someone or something or an opinion or a belief on YouTube or Facebook or whatever social media platform you are on, why not just take that and either go to the person with your concern. Morgan's Backyard Homestead said, very well said, there are a lot of jerks in the YouTube world, but you just gotta let it roll off your shoulder. Exactly, treat others the way you want to be treated. Morgan's Homestead, I would actually even venture to say, treat others better than you want to be treated, okay? I've made that mistake. I still make that mistake. I find myself talking about something or talking about people, and I can be mean sometimes. I can be mean in my inner circle, and I keep my inner circle very small. And so that's something I have to remind myself too. But the point that I'm trying to make here is I refuse to allow my social media platform to be a platform of attacking people and attacking opinions. And because if that were the case, I'm no better than any other politician on earth, number one. And this isn't about politics, guys. This is about fellow YouTubers and homesteaders and bloggers. I refuse to allow this channel or your channel, if you're going to come over here and talk to me, or talk to one of my friends, or attack one of my friends, I refuse to allow it to happen. So, proper YouTube etiquette. My point is, once you've made your point, just shut up. Just shut up about it. Your opinion is awesome, but don't make lies to just make people in an uproar about something. You know what I mean? Annette said, oh, not Annette, Kathleen, if you don't agree with a person on YouTube, move on and quit watching them. Exactly. And I have done that. And we have this awesome unsubscribe button on YouTube. Annette said, that is why on my Facebook, I like minded friends and be a witness to the rest. Yeah. And so that was where my point was going. Thank you for reminding me of that, Annette. I got off track because I'm trying to do too many things at one time. My point is, especially if you're a Christian and a follower of Christ, emotions run really high, really, really high, especially when you put yourself out there and you talk about stuff that could be controversial. But don't ever forget that your platform and the way people view you, you are the hands and feet of Jesus, okay? As I said, I'm not going to ever be a jerk for Jesus. Once I make my point about something, I'm going to shut up, which is why I'm getting ready to end this video. And, you know, the other part of this is that we're all people. You know, we're all on this journey together. We all believe in a lot of the same stuff. We just might have different ways of implementing it. I might can applesauce different than somebody else. Doesn't mean I'm going to make a video saying why my way is the best. I might use raised garden beds, which I do, instead of rows. Doesn't mean raised gardens bed are necessarily the best. It just means that's how I do it because that's how my property allows me to do it because we live on a hillside. If I have a certain way I live, you know what? I have friends that aren't Christians. I have Homestead friends that are vegetarians. What? Homestead friends that are vegetarians. They don't have any farm animals, but they still homestead. They have gardens that could put to shame people who do eat meat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we are all people on the same exact life path. And if we're going to sit here and just scrutinize each other and make videos about each other, it goes nowhere. It gets absolutely nowhere. It doesn't do anything to help people, okay? So my challenge, my challenge to every single one of you, you know what? I've been wronged. I've been wronged on YouTube. I have been talked about. I'm sure a lot of us have. The difference is I know about it. But it doesn't matter to me. A friend of mine here on YouTube once said, she said, you know what? She said, I don't want to know what people are saying about me. I want to know what you're doing. What are you doing today? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me about your job. Tell me about your family. Tell me about why you do what you do. And you know what? If you were to shut your mouth and think on the things that God has blessed us with and the things that we do and the life that we do live, we would all be a little bit better off. So ultimately, that's my point today. You have the opportunity on this platform to change lives. Have you guys ever watched the I Am Second videos? We watched a lot of those last night. Chip and Joanna Gaines, they had a video out. We started with that, but we watched a lot of them last night. Those people, those I Am Second people have really taken this and this platform and use it for the good. And I had this on my Facebook page yesterday, I think it was. We have the opportunity to share with people our lives and to empower people to take control of their lives. That's what I want to promote. I'm not going to be here and promote what I don't do, okay? Purr and Fur, I love that name. She said, none of us have all the answers. We're all on a journey. You are so right. We all need to spend more time working on ourselves and no time tearing others apart. Yeah, that's the moral of the story right there. Spend more time on ourselves. You might learn something too. Let's see what she said. I am waiting for my sons to send me their old phones so I can start making videos and develop my channel. I think I have overcome the fears. Karina said that. Good job. I hope that you can. It was hard. It was hard getting started in YouTube, and it was even harder, you know, because the first people that I met were a lot of people who were the people that I'm speaking of. There were people who just acted like know-it-alls and thought they knew everything, and I didn't want to be that person. So today, I challenge you to promote what you love, whether you're a YouTube creator, whether you're a commenter, or whether you're just a lurker. I have been wronged by people on here, but I have wronged people on here also. I'll be the first one to admit it. I have. In the beginning of my YouTube journey, I was not, I wasn't the best person. And I was probably one, I was one of these people. Yep, I was one of these people. But you could say that that's how I learned not to be one of these people. So use it for the good, guys, especially in this age and time that we live in. And for those of you watching that are going to have something to say about it, because you know there will be, I love you as a person. And if you're watching and you feel like I've wronged you or you have wronged me, it's okay. You know what? Because the best part of this all is forgiveness. We can move on past petty little stuff and love each other, ultimately. So share your journey. Share your life. Share what you love. Promote what you love. Promote what you do. And stop promoting what you hate and what you don't do and what you disagree with. Because, as the Bible said, if we don't have love, we are as a resounding gong, and I refuse to be a gong. So, for those of you that joined me, thank you. I'm off to make more apple butter. And don't forget to check us out tomorrow, Thursday morning, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for the Southern Mama's Coffee Break. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm something for Delilah.
Oh. Tomorrow we are talking about a hard subject for women and for men. It's about, because October is Infant and Awareness Month, Infant and Pregnancy Loss Awareness Month. So we are talking about that tomorrow. Hope and I have both experienced that in our lives, and so we're going to talk about our experiences, how to get through them, what to say, what not to say to people, and maybe our testimonies will help some of you who have gone through similar experiences or who are walking through them right now. So join us tomorrow, 8:30 to 9:30. We're going an hour tomorrow. And until then, we will see you soon, and happy homesteading.